morning, Wednesday morning, 6th, I think, 6th of April. All sorts of jobs, tied up jobs today. There's Phil loaded up that last night. Phil's off into York Machinery sale with a few bits and pieces we've got for sale. Bit of a yard clearance really. Actually a couple of good ploughs. The cattle crush, there's a load of stuff to go later on. I've got some compost to load up. We're trying to dry compost up, put it in the bottom of yards for bedding. For a dry basin. So we dry this compost up. And then obviously it gets mucked out and goes on land. And it's real, it turns out real fine muck. So we can put it on grasses. So I'm going to load that up. And then crack on. He's off drilling. Finished oats today, and then we've got someone's company just dropped slurry pump off, so we've got our slurry bag to turn to agitate it a bit, and then we're going to start pumping slurry out onto maize land. So yeah, still busy. Come down to a farm of ours at Latham. Not a big acreage, we've got there's about 60 acre of arable and about 40 of grass, something like that, 105 in total I think there is. Mansland, real horrible bloody clay. It does produce, we have had some good yields, but bloody weather has to be on your side. It's either too wet or bloody cracked up and where you can put your hands down in. It's that type of stuff. So, but Derek drilled it about three years running. Usually get a contractor friend of ours in with John Deere, but we're doing it ourselves this time, so we'll see. Yeah, just putting spring oats in, but by hell it's dry, it's starting to crack open now. I don't. He's got a bung spout, so he's asking me to operate the fan in here. What is this music? I can remember my grandma saying as a kid, oh, you're listening, this is music. Well, this isn't music, is it? Yeah, this soil at Latham is like that. It's like plasticine. It's either too wet or too dry. I mean, you can get good results, but bloody hell, the weather's always against you. But the drill's making a good job. It's pouring, there's loads of moisture in there, so even if we're going to come with rollers later on and roll it and try and conserve as much moisture, because there's no rain forecasted next fortnight, so we'll see. It's all of a sudden gone from too dry to too wet to too dry. If it goes too fast though, it bounces out of slot. So I mean, it's only one operation, so it might as well be done right. We've done this 3 years running, and to be honest, the soil quality is a lot better than it was. You take a fork to it, there's loads of worm channels. I don't know, there's bodies and structure to it instead of just slop and slime. You know, even when it's wet. Whether it's the answer, I don't know. My worry is a real wet harvest, because we always build straw, and if we ever paddled it bad, back to square one sort of thing. But anyway, we'll see. get it from a firm it's out here, like such as your council brown bins. I mean, the heat what comes off it, you can nearly, in fact that's nearly too hot. In fact that's nearly too hot to put your hand in it. I don't know why. I mean, if you had bath water, that temperature would be too hot. So why someone hadn't sort of harvested the heat off it, or just made warmer for a process, you know, before it goes into intense heat to boil it or something. You know, the wasted heat in that, you had a simple element going through it, with a pump on, you know, it'd be hot water by the time it came out of it. You know, if it was 5 minutes in there trickling through, it would be hot. So, but I always thought about getting a hot tub and having a heap of this round back, but then it'd be me hard. So I won't want a hot tub in middle of field. But if we had a hot tub, you could heat it with this stuff very, very easy. It's lovely stuff, look. It's just like what you put on your garden. What I'm doing here, I'm trying to dry it out, and then it'll go in cattle yards as bedding before we bed them up. It just soaks any juice up. So we're stirring this slurry bag. Ooh. This is our slurry bag. It's full of well, abattoir waste, you know, like blood and washings up and stuff like that. And they come to a company, pump it in here, and then we pump it on land for maize. It has to be registered and licensed and everything. But it's rocket fuel, like, it's hellish yields of maize. You know, don't need nothing else. But it does settle, and so we pump it front middle and round and try and get a vortex going. In fact, I think you can hear now. So we're getting a bit of a slush round. Yeah, 1,000 ton it odds. Not supposed to walk anyway. Yeah, 1,000 ton, but we have to, as I say, we have to stir it before it's down, pump it out. We're going to start getting a bit of land ready for maize the next sort of week or two. So yeah, well that's the pump. It's pumping out of that outlet there. That's the main outlet. That goes, and then there's pipe underground, comes up to the middle. So we suck out of that outlet. So he's sucking out of there with that pump, pumping it down that lay flat into a corner, you see, to try and cause a bit of a vortex. Our neighbours are fairly courteous. We're very, very courteous to our neighbours. If we are injecting it, we put it like on top and plough it straight in, and make sure there's none on top for finish, because it's a rancid smell.